In today's interview, we catch up with one of the OGs. It seems that's original gangster for us oldies. One of the OGs of the show, $1 Million Listing. He's been there right from the start, and I'm talking about a long-awaited interview, at least for me, with the great Josh Flagg. You want the normal real estate training you've been told a million times? Make cold calls, knock on doors? Best be switching off now, because in this podcast we go out of the box using unknown tactics, primarily that the real estate industry's never heard of, in order to get you called in more often, convert those listings and get more success without the painful cold calling. Listen up, we're in for a ride. This is Real Estate Renegades. And today's episode with Josh Flagg brought to you by the $1 Million Agent Summit. Now, if you go to the website, $1millionagentsummit.com, one of two things is going to happen. If you're watching this show in a timely manner, i.e. before the event, then of course you'll be able to come along to the event, meet Josh Flagg, meet Josh Altman, and meet our friends from $1 Million Listing. If you're watching this at some stage in the future, if you head to that website that's right down there below, you'll be able to grab a copy of the recordings at what it cost us to record it. So either way, strap in, we're going to spend some time with the great man from $1 Million Listing, Josh Flagg. I'm going to pass it over to me, live from LA, over there with Josh Flagg in the offices of the Altman brothers.
Josh Flagg, thank you for hanging out, my man.
Thank you for having me.
Mate, I'm a little bit fanboy right now, so you got to forgive me, but it's been the better part of 7 or 8 years I've been trying to wear down a meeting with the great Josh Flagg, so thank you for doing it, my man.
My pleasure.
And agreeing to come to Australia. Mate, tell us about your experiences in Australia historically. You've been down personally in vacation, yeah?
Yeah, I haven't been there in like 15 years. I remember going to Hayman Island, which was really, really a lot of fun. I learned to water ski there. That was a lot of fun.
Wow.
Then I've been to Melbourne, Cairns, Sydney, the rainforest, those kinds of places. But nice, I haven't been in forever, so I'm excited to come back.
Wow, yeah, I've got some friends from Cairns are coming down to see you in Brisbane.
Oh,
so
good. Okay.
Stoked about
I don't
that.
think I've been to Brisbane, so.
Yeah, nice. Oh, it'll be a fun trip, mate. And so give us the backstory for those of our crew who maybe haven't been the avid watchers of $1 Million Listing. There might be 5 of them for the 40,000 that know everything about. Give us the short version of Josh Flagg's resume up to now.
Well, I started when I was 19 years old. I actually, believe it or not, knocking on doors because I love people and I love houses and I'm kind of fearless and I didn't really care. So I just knock on people's doors and, if half of them slam them in your face, then they slam in your face. Who cares? But I started my career that way and I was always good at marketing. So, of course, the first sale I made, which was a very famous house in Beverly Hills known as the Sheik's property on Sunset and Alpine. I, of course, called up Ruth Ryan at the LA Times, who is in charge of their hot property section. And I said, Ruthie, will you put this in? And she goes, who the hell are you? And I go, well, it doesn't matter who I am, but here's what I did. And she goes, wow, you're only 19, you did that, and whatever. And so that started my career. And then from there, I sold several other houses, and then the show came along, probably 2 or 3 years into my career. I've been doing this for almost 18 years. It's just every year has gotten busier and busier.
Yeah, our mutual friend, now our mutual friend, Josh Altman, who I've done some business with over the years, he was telling me same sort of thing, knocking on doors as the start of a career.
Yeah, why not?
So people think that, the famous movie stars, they just get listings handed to them, but you guys have done hard knocks the same as any of our...
start somewhere.
Yeah, for
Absolutely.
Sure. So tell us about the history there, because some of our Australian viewers have met our friend Josh Altman.
Yeah.
Tell us from your perspective about the history of when there was some animosity and how that's turned into a new TV show with the pair of you.
Well, I think it was just basically jealousy in the beginning. There was nothing really for us to have any animosity. I mean, we'd never really done anything to each other per se. I mean, maybe we did, we just didn't know about it, or he didn't know, or I didn't know, but whatever, it was just competitive. It's what all the brokers do. But, I think then once we got it on a TV show, I think it got a little bit more heated. But we're very similar, and we share a lot of the same values, and I think it's silly. I mean, I wish that we would have never had those years where we were not friends because we wasted a lot of time together, because now I consider him one of my closest friends. And
wow.
I would say that he probably does the same thing as well. And we, have a lot of fun together. But, it is what it is.
A few years ago, actually probably many years ago now, Josh tried to sell me a house up in the hills. And it was around that time that, and again, this is where it sort of goes from kind of funny to quite serious, when your grandma passed away, who was very, very close to you.
Yeah.
And I saw a moment with you guys. You're in the middle of fighting, but then there was a moment where you guys really connected, and I saw was the seeds of that friendship kind of sparked there? Because you did go back and kind of fight again, but yeah, I saw a moment there where it's like you put the tools down and you stopped for a little minute around there.
I don't recall that moment, but it's true. What you're saying is true. I mean, I think we really became friends a couple of years ago. Just, I don't remember what it is. We were fighting about something, but whatever it was, we made up, and then that's where our friendship started.
Yeah, and it's been great to see. So tell us about the new show, $1 Million Listing, Josh and Josh, or Josh and Josh. I've heard you guys fight about the pronunciation.
Well, Josh and Josh is basically $1 Million Listing without the other cast members, and it's focusing more on our personal lives. So it's not really just real estate related. It was a 4-part series that we produced and created and did very, very, very well.
Except Josh, I believe, hates the publicity shot that he used for it.
The what?
The publicity shot that is on the poster. I saw Josh somewhere whinging about how much he hates. He looks gorgeous, right? And he hates
we all looked. Yeah, actually, I didn't like mine either. We all looked a little bit too much makeup on, but that's okay.
Mate, I see you looking perfect today. Did I read somewhere you get your hair done daily? Is there a business reason in that, or is that a personal one?
Yeah, I don't know how to do my own hair. It's very simple.
Okay.
I can refer you to a great barber.
I'll need one.
Okay.
Hey, he's got some work
He's got a lot great to work with.
Because some of our guys wash their car daily, and they sort of think that's part of their business, so they go to the car wash and they pay to go read that.
But no, I mean, at least if I'm filming, for sure. It's not every single day, but I would say at least 4 or 5 times a week. I can actually sleep on my head and not have it move if I don't toss and turn in the middle of the night, and it can actually look perfect the next day. So sometimes I get away without having to do my hair the next day.
So on a professional note,
Yeah.
when the guys who are going to come and see you to learn, they're coming to a multi-day seminar to sort of pick the brains of the best on the planet. When they, say one of the guys has got a preconception, it all just gets handed to Josh Flagg, to any of the stars of the TV shows. What skills would you say you would bring to them that can be applicable to someone without a TV show, that they can look forward to learning from you at the event?
Well, keep in mind, we didn't just get handed listings until we started knocking on doors. So these people need to understand how to get to that point. And how do you get to that point? Well, you start knocking on doors. You start sending mailers. There's tons of things that you have to do, but those are the things that we're going to teach you what to do so you can get to the level where we are. Because keep in mind, there's tons of brokers out there that are just as successful as we are. They're just not on a TV show.
Yeah, I've seen some of your psychological systems that you've used where you use scripts, dialogues and strategies to get these properties sold that are unsellable. So it's going to be great to see that. So looking down that lens right there, the one that's tied in on you,
right.
I want you to address the person, if you can, that is thinking about coming, but they go to the website, they see that Josh Altman's there and they hate him, so they decide not to come to the event. What would you say to that human?
If somebody doesn't like me and they like Josh, fantastic. You're going to get to see Josh. If somebody likes Josh and if somebody likes me and they don't like Josh, then you're going to get to see me. So you don't really have anything to lose here.
Now,
if you like both of us, then you're really going to have a fun time. And if you don't like both of us, then you're going to have a horrible time.
Yeah, that's true. So here's the serious note. I think I'm going to be in trouble with this. Have you heard that Australia is a dry in our capital cities, meaning we can't do alcohol in the 3 cities that we're going to?
Right.
Did you get a close up of that look?
Right. Say that again.
I had a stupid idea to try and keep a straight face and tell you that Australia was dry, no alcohol.
Trip cancelled.
Is it true that one of your clients took you on a trip? Someone told me, ask Josh about the Mexico trip where they forced him not to drink.
I don't recall that.
Okay, so again, a mate of mine said that there was a flight to Mexico and they said no booze, it's just yoga or something. And he said you would nearly turn the boat around or turn the flight.
Yeah, well, yeah, but unfortunately I learned that once we got there. I was with somebody that was sober and they weren't, and all they did was sip tea and do yoga, and so I literally just went into the local market and got a flask and I did my own thing.
Chateau de cardboard, we call it.
Yeah, exactly.
So on that note, are we going to be able to convince you to come and have a beverage and a cocktail with some of our guests?
We can go right now if you want.
I love this guy. All right, mate. Well, I tell you, Australia is looking forward to seeing you professionally for the first time. We've
Excellent.
been honoured to have you as our guest as a tourist. Now these guys are going to get a chance to get up close and personal with the great Josh
Well, I'm
Flagg.
looking forward to coming, and I'm looking for everyone to learn something new.
Nice. We'll see you there, folks. Bye for now.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that catch up with Josh Flagg, and I'm looking forward to bringing him down to Australia and spending some time with him right here on Australian shores. So do head to that website, and if you are watching this episode early enough, then you'll be able to come along with me, hang out with Josh, raise a glass, and have some fun. However, if you are in the future, know that our events, when they are on milliondollaragentsummit.com.au, you'll be able to grab a copy of the recordings of all 2 days of people and agents, every one of whom has reached that coveted $1 million agent mark. And there'll be a dozen or so of my clients, friends, mentors, top agents from around the country, including the Altman brothers and Josh Flagg. Head to that website now, grab a copy of the recordings, or if you are watching this here in 2022, then we'll see you at the event.